And good afternoon. It's Friday around 1:30ish, August 2nd. Getting ready to go to the Disturbed concert here in Tacoma area. Checked my weight this morning. It was 221.2, so we'll call that 221. Not in ketosis very heavily. I'm 0.4 on the keto meter from Keto Mojo. Now, I don't know how accurate that is. I've heard good things and bad things. So take it with what you will. I'll go ahead and put a link in one of my videos for that if anybody wants to purchase it. Other than that, blood sugar today was 119 when I checked it. Still just finished up my prednisone round. Elbow's feeling much better. It hurt a little bit last night, but I think that's just swelling. I've got a bone bruise on that elbow where I smacked it. I've smacked it now about 4 times since July when I first initially smacked it and got gout. I think the gout's cleared up at this point, so we'll just keep doing what we're doing. I added a couple of supplements that were recommended for gout as well. I'll go ahead and put links in there as well for anybody that's having gout issues. We'll see if they work. I've literally been taking them since the beginning of last week when I got them. So Monday, Tuesday when they all arrived. So this week is just kind of week 1 of trying these supplements. Blood sugar is elevated, but I think that's more the prednisone and the what's the anti-inflammatory, the naproxen. That seemed to kick me up just around between 220 and 240 is where I ended up on day 1 of taking those again. So I don't know. Like I said, today was 119. It's been sitting between 110 and 180 depending on when and how close to having taken that stuff I am on my fasted. And I'm not doing a real strict keto version right now just because all this stuff is additional and it's throwing me way out, and I've been hungry at work, which I normally don't eat at work. So I've had some, nasty shit at work that I don't normally eat. Anyway, I'll keep you apprised once I get this. Today was the last day of naproxen, so tomorrow, or not naproxen, but the prednisone. So tomorrow I'll give you what my readings are starting this week. For what my readings are moving forward without the without the prednisone. I'll still keep taking the naproxen because I'm pretty sure that swelling is going to keep coming back until that bruise goes away. And then I'll keep taking those the new supplements, and I'll tell you what they are and all that stuff. I don't know what they are off the top of my head. I literally just ordered them for a tryout to see if they help or not. Again, just going to keep doing what I'm doing, posting, and hopefully you guys like what you're seeing. And again, this is, so 221, I got down to 220 from this whole process. And I started at 238, so that's 18 pounds. In roughly a month, a little over a month, I think is what it took me to get to 220. That being said, people can be more effective than what I was. I wasn't doing any exercise, and I did absolutely no vegetables. So my carbs were from heavy cream and butter. And butter has no carbs, but the heavy cream does. It has I think less than 1 gram per serving. 2 tablespoons is a serving, and I didn't concern myself with serving sizes, so I probably had upwards of 5 grams a day of carbohydrates from that, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how much I was using. Just be aware. If you're paying attention to it, it'll be more effective. If you're not, no big deal. But big thing is eat until you're full, satiated. Try and combine your fats with your meats. So make sure that your fat actually is in the meat itself, not lean meats, lean proteins. Try and make sure that you're actually eating a combined source, so like fatty cuts of meat like ribeyes and T-bones and New York strips, things like that. Other than that, add olive oil for your salads and or coconut oil for your salads, or coconut oil for cooking, or butter for cooking. Those things don't hurt you, and if you're doing keto, they're actually beneficial. So just kind of pay attention to what you're doing. You should be doing about 65, they say 65 to 75% of your calories from fat, but about 75% of your plate should be vegetables. Leafy greens are very good. They're nutrient dense. They don't have very much calorie output anyway. So you add the leafy greens at 75% of your plate. They're about probably 5 to 10 carbs per serving. And if you're doing 7 to 10 cups a day, and you're getting your 5 servings or so, whatever they recommend. But if you're doing keto and you're doing 7 to 10 cups, you're getting a really nutrient dense deal. So you're getting all your micronutrients there. You won't need to do much supplementation. And for me, that's where I'm looking to go, is getting back to that. When I was doing that in August last year, I didn't seem to have any issues with gout. It was over the winter, I didn't have any issues, but I had gone off of the diet. And when I started again, I started the real strict version where I wasn't doing any carbs at all, specifically no leafy greens, and that I think kind of hurt a little bit. But I already had high uric acid levels, and I smacked that elbow. So, and the doctor said that she thinks that the drop, the 3-point drop in my uric acid was actually a natural drop from diet and exercise, not from medicines. So just be aware, this diet does have an effect on all of that stuff, and just pay attention. If you're on meds, make sure you're staying in contact with your doctor and you're evaluating regularly, because if you're doing things like statins, allopurinol, things for uric acid, things for diabetes, you're going to want to be paying attention to that and controlling that and dropping it as you notice your blood sugar dropping below 100 consistently and you're on the meds. You might want to talk to your doctor about cutting that maybe in half, or cutting it out at that point, because if you're dropping down regularly, then find out what you are unmedicated. And then when your unmedicated hits around 100 and starts going below, then you're non-diabetic anymore. And that's for people that are type 2 diabetics. I don't know enough about type 1. I know that one's a genetic issue, not a diet-related issue. Type 2 is diet-related. We got there from our diet. We can get back from it from our diet. So just keep doing what you're doing. All right. God bless. Y'all have a good one.